Good morning. Welcome to another issue of Small Talk Arkansas. This is Thursday, April the 9th. This is Season 1, Episode 9. I'm your host.
9 on the 9th.
I'm your host, Jason Martin.
And I'm Tessa Wilmans.
And welcome to our CoronaCation kitchen table studio.
We are here another day.
9 days now.
9 days.
9 days. Have you subscribed yet?
Have you? Why not? If you haven't.
If you're watching this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It would help us out. We'd appreciate it.
It would. We sure would.
If you smash that like button, that'll help us out in the algorithms, and we'll be on this. We'll put out more shows.
We will. Absolutely.
Help us out. We appreciate it. Do. Doesn't cost you anything. Just subscribe and like.
2 seconds of your time. That's all it costs.
All right. Good morning. Well, on today's show, we've got special guest, Kayce Johnson. She's owner of the Arkansas Yoga Collective. She's going to be discussing yoga and staying centered during this CoronaCation.
Something we could all use.
Also, on the segment Shit We're Into, we're going to be talking about the Amazon Alexa.
Are we? Do we like Alexa? Is that some shit we're into?
Alexa does a lot of things around here.
Mm-hmm. She does.
She does.
She works really hard.
She does.
Uh-huh.
And doesn't cost much to do all the things she does.
That is so true.
It's good. It's good.
You got some news for us today?
Let's go through the Corona stats like we do every day. First and foremost, let's talk about the state of Arkansas. In Arkansas today, there's 1,077 positive cases. That's 80 more than we had yesterday. That's our largest growth that we've had yet since the Corona apocalypse has began.
Dang.
80 cases. That's 10 more cases than yesterday. So still growing, guys.
We knew we were going to reach that 4-digit mark.
Looking at the death rate, we're still at 18 in the state, so nothing there. I know I heard this morning that the longest patient that I guess had been on a ventilator was sent home this morning from the hospital.
Oh, wow.
So they've recovered.
That's good.
And they're out the door, and I guess that happened yesterday, or it was early this morning, and I'm assuming it would have been yesterday. And the hospital clapped and everybody cheered, and it was, the longest patient that had been in. So
that's good news.
That is good news. Some folks are getting better. 14,909 tests in the state of Arkansas. That was 1,131 tested yesterday.
Wow.
So that's a big jump compared to the day before. Folks got with it. They got back into testing mode. Positive cases in the U.S., 432,438. That is the, largest saturation in the world. And that's a 32,509 gain from yesterday. So it's still the largest gain we've had in the U.S. in single day. It's the largest single day gain we've had in positive cases. Seems to be, though, that I don't want to say that we're coming out of the backside of this, because that's not, it's still growing every day. But I think the message of people staying home and social distancing is certainly working, because it's not growing as fast, as it could be. By all means, the incremental growth from day to day is small. Yesterday, there were 31,480 new cases. The day before that, it was 30,516.
Okay.
Today's 32,509. So we're looking at, 1,000 per day, give or take, extra growth. And looking at, us being the epicenter of the world still, that's not terrible. In the death rate in the U.S., we hit 14,808. Yesterday. That was up 1,897 from the day before, which was down from the day before that.
Was it?
So the day before that, we had 1,918 deaths. Yesterday, we had 1,897. So we're pivoting.
Yeah.
We're pivoting right there on the death rates. The positive cases are growing, incrementally slow. So that could reverse. And if the death rate, I don't know that it won't go back up tomorrow, but I expect that, we are hitting a line where the growth is beginning to slow, because America shut down.
Yeah, that's true. It's working.
So in the state of Arkansas, looking at this county by county, they're really almost every county that's had somewhat of a significant effect of this all saw major growth yesterday. Yesterday was the largest growth in the state for Arkansas, and it went down the road. Pretty much every county saw some sort of growth. So yesterday, for instance, Pulaski County, yesterday was 179 cases. Today there's 201.
So over 200. Yeah,
over 200 cases. And, in a 24-hour period of time. Jefferson County, same thing, went from 78 cases to 85 cases. Yeah, so 8 more there. It's a 10% jump.
Yeah.
Looking at the rest of the cities, I mean, pretty much the same thing, or counties, I'm sorry, 2 to 3 cases somewhere in there jump, just county by county all the way across the board. Nothing really stood out. Garland County saw the largest jump in the tier 4. They had 7 new cases yesterday, so they went from 51 to 58 cases. So from a single day jump, and we know Garland County has a lot of retirees. There's a lot of older folks in the Hot Springs area. So we hope that gets contained and we don't see that continue to break out there. In other news today, there was more bad weather in the state last night. Wednesday night, there was a tornado that touched down. First, it touched down just north of Newport and Grubbs in Jackson County. There were 31 homes damaged in the area.
That's my old stomping ground.
That's Jackson County. That's where you began.
From. Yeah, it is.
My
heart goes out to y'all.
It also touched down in Poinsett County, and there's really no additional information available for that at this time. Want to go back. I jumped over the state by state corona.
This is true.
I missed it.
That's okay.
So
we're still new.
9 episodes. Talking state by state growth. New York saw 6,269 new cases. 151,079 cases total. Right now, if New York was a country, it has more cases than any single country in the world.
Wow, that's a little country.
151,079 cases.
That's a lot.
So 6,000 more than yesterday, 6,269. It's still they're still on an incline.
Than the day before, right?
About the same. Okay. I guess it went from 4,800 to 5,400, from 5,400 to 6,200. Okay. So about the same in the growth rate there. New Jersey's up. They're 47,000 now. That's 1,500 more than the day before, which is a growth from the 1,200 that they were up the day before that. Mm-hmm. So New Jersey's still on a growth. I heard that Philadelphia is a new hot spot. That was on the news early this morning. California has grown as well. They went from 1,900 or 19,000 cases currently, from 17,000 before, with 507 deaths versus the 450 deaths that they had yesterday.
That's quite a few more for them.
It is. It's Louisiana up as well, 16,000 yesterday to 17,000 today, 17,030, and they're up to 652 deaths in the state of Louisiana.
Ooh.
Texas has said it would happen by the end of the week, but they've now become a tier 4 state. They've got over 10,000 cases. They're at 10,077 in the state of Texas. And that's, largest single day growth for them.
For them too.
They're also at 193 deaths now in the state of Texas. Other than that, Tennessee, small jump from 4,100 to 4,300. Okay. 80 deaths in Tennessee. Missouri jumped from 3,200 to 3,400 with 93 deaths. And Mississippi from 1,900 to 2,000 with 67 deaths, 7 more deaths than they had yesterday. Oklahoma, 1,474 to 1,526, so about 50 new cases there. with 79 deaths in Oklahoma, and Arkansas with 1,077 total cases, still with 88 deaths. So we did break 1,000, 18 deaths. Yeah. We did break 1,000 cases in Arkansas yesterday. We still haven't broken, 20 on the death rate. Probably still will happen before the end of the week. But Arkansas is doing well. Again, we're still well under everyone else, surrounding states around us as far as growth and containment of this. So I know Little Rock has shut down some parks for this Easter weekend to keep people from continuing to gather. Yeah. I guess
we gotta do what we gotta do.
Last weekend still saw quite a bit of groups in certain parks.
Wasn't
so Little
that
Rock,
when they had that parade thing.
Little Rock said, well, and that was the crazy thing is that wasn't even a park. That's
that was just
city streets.
Yeah.
But they have now said, hey, we're going to shut down some parks this weekend. You guys can't be trusted. You won't do what you're told. So parks closed.
Oh, it's one bad apple ruins for the rest of us.
Well, there's a lot of bad apples.
Oh, a few. That stinks. But anyway, you know what doesn't stink? Our show.
Our show doesn't stink?
Our show doesn't stink.
It's not real smelly.
It's not. No, it's not. We're probably our guest or our viewers should be thankful there's not like smell-o-vision, with the dog and
it's
all that.
Not a scratch and
It's not scratch and sniff YouTube. So what you can do if you like what you hear, you can subscribe to our channel. We sure would appreciate it.
Our show, we put out a new show every day, weekdays, Monday through Friday, and we just continue to update on the news, and we bring you a new interview with a new guest every day, giving you a different perspective of what's going on right now, and we'd love to have you as a subscriber, and we'd love you to smash that like button.
Yes, we would. It helps us out a lot.
Helps us out a lot.
It does. Hey, Jason, guess what?
What's going on?
We got a special guest today.
Who's our special guest?
Our special guest is my buddy, Kayce Johnson.
Hello, Kayce.
Kayce, are you there?
Hello, I am here.
Woohoo! So I know what Kayce does and all of her things, but not everybody else does. I don't know if even you do.
She does a lot.
She does a whole lot.
I looked her up yesterday, Facebook, Instagram, websites. She's a busy gal.
Yeah, So, Kayce, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and what you do?
All right. Well, my name is Kayce Johnson, and I own Kind Folke, which is a all-natural, organic body care line. Mm-hmm. And I also co-own Arkansas Yoga Collective and the Legends of Greater Things Retreat Center, which is a big dome.
Yeah, it is a big dome out in the middle of nowhere. Basically, I don't want to say out in the middle of nowhere, but it is kind of. It's out in the woods.
Out in the woods.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it out there.
Thank you. We're excited about it. We have fun out there.
Y'all do. So tell us about all the things you've got going on.
Yeah. So lately we have been trying to kind of transition everything online and adapting to working from home. So that's been interesting. And we've been able to kind of get some really fun Zoom classes going through the studio through Arkansas Yoga Collective, where we're offering free classes and we put the schedule up on our social media and so you just can private message us and we'll send you the link. And then you just join in. We have morning classes and evening classes that are all levels. And then we have even some classes for beginners.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's been really great.
So you can fall on your face in the privacy of your own home and no one's going to judge you.
Exactly. And you know what? We don't even judge if you leave your video off. We're not even going to, I get it.
So there's no correction if they're doing it wrong.
Right.
They turn the video off, but yeah.
We emphasize that you follow, take breaks when needed and be very conscious about your movements and all of that good stuff because it is difficult to kind of see people and exactly what they're doing.
So I could have taken the class this morning. I would have just been in Savasana.
Yeah, like the entire time.
There you go.
Like the entire time.
And they wouldn't have known.
No,
they would have been like, we checked the roll. He was here.
Yeah,
I I can put it down. I did yoga this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have tagged it on Facebook and everything. Great workout.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny.
We're doing that, and I'm also offering some just kind of private for people, because I think this is a really great time for people to kind of work on goals, maybe, especially if you have a lot more free time that you've wanted to work on, and maybe you haven't been able to. So I've been doing a lot of like private through Zoom, and then like with my Kind Folke stuff, it's just a lot of more online orders. And
now, did you have a website where you sold the Kind Folke stuff beforehand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not new to the online sales. I'm new to the online sales, and that's been some interesting waters to navigate.
Oh yeah. I mean, all of this, just switching over, like doing yoga classes online has been probably the most challenging thing, because as a teacher, you are taught to, like, you watch the class and it's really interactive and you're engaging with your students, and so to switch from doing that to just teaching online and trying to get that all set up has been a fun challenge.
Oh, I bet it has. But I bet it has been kind of cool. When we have a change in our routine, it does kind of force us to think in newer, more creative ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I've just been kind of finding myself leaning into. When things kind of start feeling overwhelming, I kind of am trying to just lean into how can I be creative, and how can, I maintain my routine if I had a nice one going. Like, how can I get back to some sort of daily routine and a schedule that I'm sticking to? Or like, how are ways that I can revamp that now that I have, maybe a little bit more time or a little bit more freedom to do that.
Yeah. Oh, that's super cool. Well, so all of your businesses probably have seen some changes since this whole COVID-19 sitch. Yes, absolutely.
We have definitely had to adjust on all levels with all of this that's happening. But it's been really nice. I think we're kind of starting to get the hang of it, and just being able to connect with people like through online videos, and then like adding little notes in with the products that we send out, and just kind of finding creative ways to help uplift people and connect.
That's awesome.
I think the nice thing about this, Kayce, is that, you've changed your business just like so many other small business owners are changing their businesses right now. And we're finding a new way to do this. And it doesn't mean that when life goes back to normal, we have to ditch all of the changes that we did. Some of them can remain just additions to our regular life schedule that we already had. In your instance, and just an example, even if you guys still wanted to do a Zoom class weekly or something like that, that's, a group class where maybe, someone that's not local or couldn't be in the class because they're out of town for the week, but they still want to practice, they could still do that. And that's something that could have spawned out of just the change in your business for this matter. But it might be something that, however you use that, whether it's that example or something, there's going to be things that we made modifications in our business. In Tessa's situation, she had to add an online store.
Yeah.
And I doubt if once life goes back to normal, she just goes, well, I don't want this anymore, and shuts it down.
No,
I'm sure
not.
it will continue to be a piece of her business that she didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is really, and I'm starting to kind of realize that it's at first we were all like, oh my gosh, how are we going to stay connected? How can I reach out to people? How can I, stay in touch with the community? But now, like you said, like when we come back, we're going to be even more connected than ever before, especially when we're able to like meet in person and then still have all these online resources available, that we're actually extending and growing the community and growing our outreach, which is really amazing. And it is things that it was a push, and it was a little stressful at first because it was kind of thrown on us, but it is nice to have that push to kind of maybe do some things that you're putting off, like online stores or like yoga videos, and
Absolutely. And then once we do get back at it at our places of work, I think we'll all cherish our time with each other a little more.
Oh, absolutely.
At least I'm looking forward to going back to work and seeing my clients and, catching up with them.
But we're human, so that'll probably
human.
be 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll be like, "What the?"
It'll all go back.
We'll all have to go to Kayce's yoga studio.
I know, we will.
Get recentered.
I know. Help us, Kayce. Oh my gosh.
So Tess calls you her bendy friend.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, she is all kind of bendy. She's yoga gal. I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, all day, every day stretching. People are like, how do you do that? I'm like, well, because I do it all day, every day.
She does. She taught a skin workshop, a skincare workshop at my store a few weeks ago. And I mean, that girl starts off her day before she even gets out of bed with some yoga, with some face yoga. Like, I mean, it's intense. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, face yoga's funny because people hear face yoga and they're like, what? But, what is that?
I was like, Kayce, are you sure this is going to work?
You just need more yoga, really. But you have muscles in your face too. And so like, just like your body, those start to kind of break down. If you're if you're not using them, they'll get weaker. And then if you're overusing them, they get tense and stressed.
Mm-hmm.
And, and you can look at it from a standpoint of like the anti-aging benefits, but
yeah,
also
like while we can't get Botox right now, Kayce, we need that.
Yeah, exactly. Which speaking of, that's another thing. These workshops that I've done one so far over Zoom, and it was really great. And I think that's a neat thing too, because people have more time right now to join in on workshops that they might not be able to have done when our lives, were kind of more active. And but so like I really want to do another face yoga workshop soon. But yeah, for all those people who either just want to like revamp their routine and get some little anti-aging and relaxing benefits in, or when you can't go get Botox.
Yeah.
Or facials from Winc.
I know, it's so true. It's so true.
That's what I'm doing right when we are able to. I'm going to Winc and I'm going to get that hydrofacial.
Oh my gosh, I know. I miss my hydrofacial so much. It's so awesome.
That was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Well, I know. I'm super excited about all your workshops. I'm going to have to check that out, and we will share links and all that with all of our listeners down below. But also, I mean, I feel like you already have a probably pretty good practice of staying centered and, staying sane day to day. But how can you give our listeners some tips on how to do that and how to maintain their sanity through this crazy time?
Yeah, so what's been helping me is, again, just trying to get on a schedule and a routine, and then being active, staying active, and getting outside when I can. We've had such nice weather lately, like leaving the doors open and getting some fresh air. And then especially I like to get outside around like sunrise and sunset. I mean, it's a beautiful time of day to be present, but there's also more healing benefits from the sun at that time. And so that's been really helping me. And then, staying creative, whether it's through like crafts or even making playlists, or I know some people are gardening. And I like to write and I read. And so just really sinking into the creative moments, and trying to lean into that.
Really relishing in that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a fun, like you can do that with friends even. Like you can send playlists back and forth. You can send like mood board photos back and forth and just kind of get a fun, discussion going with friends. And that's a great way to connect. And then, I think right now it's like I've found with myself, sometimes it's like waves of like, I'll kind of think into, okay, I'm okay. And I've got a good grip on things. And then you'll watch the news or something will come through, or, you'll just get this wave of almost tension that happens, or kind of a tightened feeling. And then I think that's really important is to just notice when that comes up, like acknowledge it. And then it's kind of, that's understandable to feel that right now. But instead of just riding it and getting carried away with that feeling and the fear that's coming up, if you can kind of try to transform it, into something good. So like I'll feel that wave and I'll get kind of overwhelmed, or I might feel like the loss of control right now. Then I try to turn it into something that I can control and that's positive. So like doing something nice for someone, or checking in with a friend or a loved one.
That's so important.
Yes, yeah. So so you can take those moments, and you don't have to just sit with all of that. You can feel it for a little bit, acknowledge it, and then use that energy to kind of do something that's a little bit more positive. And then again, like leaning into that creative activities, and definitely yoga. What happens, like the quickest way to change your mood is through your breath. So when we get overwhelmed, we immediately close and tighten, and your breath gets kind of shallow. So even when it happens, like just to relax in that moment, if you can just kind of make yourself take a deep inhale, and then like a really long exhale, and just kind of slow the breath down and try to soften through your chest and your shoulders.
I'm just getting relaxed just you talking about that.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. You know, we always want these big complicated answers, but I think if anything right now, what this time is showing us is that it's the small things that matter, and it's the slowing down. And so that's what's going to help you kind of find that center, is just coming back to your breath, and really trying to maintain that center and that relaxed state.
Oh, such wise words. Such wise words. I love it. Thank you. I'm like, I'm just, like I said, I'm just relaxed now. Oh, thanks, Kayce.
Yeah. And there's some great meditation apps out there right now. We're really lucky with everything, with how connected we already were with over the internet. And there's a great app called Insight Timer, and it's completely free. And so if you have trouble meditating, or that's a great app that you can go to. And there's a lot of different topics, anything from like helping you sleep, or like meditations for children, or grief, or just to be happy.
That's awesome. Insight Timer?
Insight Timer.
Okay, we'll have to check that out. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, so I think I heard that y'all have some awesome promos and things happening these days. Y'all are doing the free yoga classes through the Zoom.
Yes. So we have those free yoga classes. And again, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Y'all are all over the internet, basically.
Yes. All over the internet. We also are doing free shipping from the studio. So we have a lot of great products that'll kind of help you keep that zen too. Like
oh my gosh, you really do. I'm obsessed with your little boutique.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, so we're doing free shipping right now. And it's just all caps, AYC, free shipping. I'm also doing free shipping through my Kind Folke website.
Awesome.
That's Kind 2020, yeah.
That's another way to relax. Take a bath with some of your stuff.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I've been taking so many baths. Like I have to stop myself from just taking like 2 or 3 a day. That's relaxing.
Oh, that's awesome. And some workshops coming soon too, right?
Yes. So I'm going to do that workshop that I did at Winc, and it's called Skin Magic. And I had a lot of people who couldn't make it then that were like wanting me to do it again. So
it was so good.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to offer that one again. We'll probably do some on meditating, and just we're trying to really think about what people need right now, and provide some content that'll really help people.
That's amazing.
This time.
Good work, Kayce.
Thank you.
So tell our listeners where all you can be found online. We've got a few websites, kindfolke.com, and that's folk with an E.
Yes. Yeah. So Kind Folke, and it's FOLKE.com. And that's all my body care products. I also have like some herbal supplements, and it's really great right now to I'm working on trying to boost my immunity, and so taking adaptogens, and which helps also relieve stress, is really great, and making sure you're getting a lot of vitamin C, and so I've got some stuff that helps with that on there.
Awesome.
And then the ArkansasYogaCollective.com is the website for the studio. And then the Legends of Greater Things.com, if you can find out more about the Dome. We also have some things for sale through that website. And when we are able to meet again, we're going to have a lot of really great workshops planned there, including like a planetary sound bath, which is like exploring the sound of the planets and
oh my gosh, I can't wait for that one.
Yes, we had to reschedule it, and I am like so excited because now, I mean, that's one of those things that we even have more time to just really make it awesome, you know. So I'm excited about that one. And then we're all over. We're on social media, like, you know, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll share all the links in the description of this video below.
Yes, we will. Well, thank you so much for being on our show today. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll talk to you later, girl.
Bye.
Thanks, Kayce. Bye-bye. You've heard that sound before.
I have heard that sound before.
What are we doing?
Shit we're into.
Shit we're into.
That's the sound of shit we're into.
Favorite segment of the day.
It is my favorite segment.
Shit we're into.
It is.
So we were sitting around, guys, when you're having to come up with shit you're into every single day and try to find shit that you can connect to and that you may also be into. So, you know, we were sitting around, you know, this is a challenge for us.
It is kind of a challenge.
We would love to know what shit you're into.
Yeah, so maybe we can try it and find more things that we're into.
Yeah.
That we can talk about.
So
comment.
Let us know what shit you're into. Shit we're into. Some of the things that make our lives a little easier. You know,
things we use every day.
Yeah, you have to go, well, there's Big Brother and there's all of that. We've got our phones and we've got computers and everything has a microphone and a camera on it. And
everybody's listening to everything we do.
Listening to everything. That's why when you talk about something, the next thing you know, those ads pop up on Facebook or
Instagram
Google
or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever when you're looking at things or watching our show on YouTube. Immediately when you roll out of that, the ad will be something that you talked about. And that's the life that we live in right now. And
it's true.
Some people are very much against it. And, you know, I'm kind of like, hey, makes my life easier. So I accept it. So I'm a big fan of Alexa.
Alexa. Amazon Alexa.
We do a lot of music streaming.
She's pretty cool.
Music streaming. So I've got Alexas throughout the entire house. And
she's talking to us right now.
Alexa's talking to us?
Yeah, or she thinks that we're talking to her.
Maybe we should have unplugged her. Anyway. I've got several throughout the house, and I can make that play music across all of those, sync together, and that's pretty cool.
That is really pretty cool.
Amazon has a music streaming service, a lot like Spotify or a lot of the others. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get it for free.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. You can go build playlists, and they've got all the new music, all of those types of things, and there's a subscription service for it if you really want the best high definition with all of the bells and whistles and able to put it on, you know, lots and lots of devices, family members share, all those kind of things. So there is a subscription for that. But other than that, listening to music on it, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
We listen to podcasts. Audible. Audible's something that listens to books and things like that on a regular basis through the Alexa.
We listen to the news too.
We listen to the news a lot. So there's
Did she just say thanks?
She did say thanks. So I think she likes what we're saying about her. From an aspect of they have what's called a flash briefing that you set up, and you can set what news sections you want to hear and things like that. And when you just, get a couple daily updates whenever you want them, you just tell her to play the news, and that's what happens.
She's going to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say her name anymore.
I know we can't.
She continues to talk to us in the background, but we get a daily.
Y'all are about to hear our music and news and all of that.
A daily Spanish lesson, a daily Chinese lesson. Those are things that are pretty cool on there.
You know what one of my favorite things is?
What's that?
The question of the day.
We do question of the day.
It's trivia.
It's a trivia question that you ask. Sincerely go, what's, the question? I'm trying to avoid triggering it, but what's that question of the day? And it'll ask you a trivia question. You get four answers and
you get some points and
choose one of those and you get points.
Extra question. And
you keep building every day. It's a pretty cool thing.
Are we ever going to get a prize for it?
I don't think we'll get a prize. I think it's just the pat on the back that we've got hundreds of.
Just a satisfaction of being right.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a little. It's
That's
a little
good.
knowledge. You get a little knowledge dropped on you every day. And,
that's true. That
if
is
you
true.
don't know the answer, which frequently we don't, you learn something new.
Yeah, you do. It's true.
You can, it gives you jokes. You can ask it a joke, and once it tells you one, you can ask it another and another jokes. They're all family friendly.
They are.
There's all kind of games that you can set up on it and play with it. It controls all my lights, the thermostat, the blinds, the door locks.
Yeah, everything.
It controls my life.
We just gotta make sure to keep her happy, so she doesn't like turn against and
murder us.
Yeah, exactly. Or like open the blinds, when it's super bright outside and we're trying to sleep, or something like that.
A regular thing is when I roll out of bed and I want to know, what's the weather outside, you can just ask what's the weather. And you can do that throughout the day, anytime. Just ask what's the weather? What's the weather going to be today? What's the weather going to be tomorrow? What's the weather going to be tonight? What's the hourly weather? And she just gives you that stuff back audible. So that's pretty cool. If you want to know what your thermostat is set on, as long as you've got that linked up, you can say, hey, what's the temperature in my house? What's my thermostat set up?
Cozy on the couch.
Yep.
You don't have to get up.
You don't have to get up.
Yeah. It's kind of awesome.
There's so many other controls and things that you can put into it. So it's something that it's shit we're into.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We are into the Amazon Alexa. I won't say your name too loud.
What shit are you into? We'd like to know. If you'd leave us some comments below, if you're into the Alexa, let us know.
Yeah. What controls do you have for yours? What does she do for you?
What sort of apps or things do you have triggered into her that we haven't tried or we haven't discussed? What are your favorite things to do with her? Let us know.
Or what are some things, that make your life easier?
Yeah.
Maybe we can learn a thing or two.
And leave us some comments. Yeah. Tell us what you do.
It's true.
So come back for the final show of the week. It's going to be Good Friday tomorrow.
It is.
We've got Margaret Lindley. She's a therapist, and she's going to be discussing coping with the corona.
Yeah. Yep. I'm super excited.
Hopefully you don't have the corona.
Yeah, but coping with this life during the CoronaCation.
I think we're about to hit the side where we can come out the backside of this. I mean, it'll probably still take a couple of weeks before life kind of gets back to normal, but I think there is light at the end of the tunnel.
I think so too.
All of the social distancing has been helping. And so I don't want to say we're halfway through or we're halfway there yet, but we're getting pretty close.
Maybe, yeah.
So some people, this might be weighing on a little bit, and hopefully she'll give us some tips to how to continue to cope.
She absolutely will. She's one of my favorite people on the planet.
Awesome.
She's got the insight.
Hopefully you like our favorite people on the planet, because those are the people that we know and we keep bringing to you in interviews. Next week, we've got a lot of really cool ones set up for you. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Those are all things that will help us, will help our show continue to be found by other people.
And share with your friends.
Hey, share with your friends. Share it on social media, share it by those phone conversations.
Yeah, I was about to say, call and tell your friends.
Your friends or family members call up and go, hey, what are you doing? You go, hey, have you watched Small Talk Arkansas?
Yeah,
that show just is the bomb.
It is.
It's awesome. It's a good way to pass the time.
Yeah,
you can put it on while you're cooking and just let it go in the background.
It's true.
You could put it on while you're taking a shower, a bath. You can put it on lots and lots of things. So we hope that you enjoyed this show. We hope that you'll go back and watch some of our previous shows. We'll continue to put out good content for you. But we want to know what it is that you want to hear. What is it that you want us to talk about? We'd love to tell us in the comments below or message us directly. If you'd like to be on the show, if there's a product or a service you'd like to talk about, if you're a small business owner and you'd like to talk about that, or if right now you are just at home teaching your kids math.
Yeah, I feel for you. That must be awful.
Let us know what you want to talk about. We're happy to figure that out and figure out how we can.
If you're done with algebra, you want to talk about something else, please let us know.
So if you'd like to sponsor a show, we're open for sponsorship opportunities. We would love to hear from you.
We would. So remember, stay safe, wash your hands, stay the fuck home, social distance, all those things. And thanks for shooting the shit with us today, y'all.
Thanks for shooting the shit. We'll see you on Friday.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.